When you've got a big three, you've got to have a big game from two of the three. Now, the third is actually setting out, and we've got either Natasha Howard or Ari McDonald, Lexi Hall. I mean, seriously. Back to 1776. I mean, wow. Wow, it was bad. It was bad, but it was a great overall performance. What have I been saying, folks? Somebody of that ilk stepping up for that third role, right? That third person that's going to be there in Caitlin Clark's place.
I've been watching these players for years, but what Kelsey Mitchell and the Fever just did left me speechless. I've got to break this down for you, because moments like this don't come around often, especially against a powerhouse like the Aces.
There is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The Indiana Fever have won. They won by a gazillion points, 81-54. Pillow, if she can get to her after this game. Alyssa Smith set basketball back 1,400 years tonight over the feared Las Vegas Aces. By the way, Becky Hammond, she may literally smother Alyssa Smith in her sleep with a...
Trust me, you'll want to understand how it all happened. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
It was a crushing. It was an absolute drubbing by the Indiana Fever. I mean, they really put it on. Right here, you can see 24 points. I've got a theory that she's going to be back next week. But that's just a theory for now. All right? Let's get to the game. 81-54. I mean, seriously, for the Aces. Points in the paint, 38-20. I mean, it was a dominant win by the Indiana Fever. Let's just get right here. I said,
going up against the top-seeded Las Vegas Aces, all eyes were on Aja Wilson and the league's deadliest defense. Let's be honest, not many were giving Kelsey Mitchell or the Indiana Fever much of a shot. The Aces are dominant for a reason. They crush teams by trapping them in their system, and with Wilson guarding the paint like her life depends on it. 20
points, 7 boards right there. Natasha Howard, a sneaky double-double. A sneaky 50%, 11 points, 10 boards, 3 assists. And we got that. Kelsey Mitchell, an absolute beast. 28 minutes, 9 of 18, 50%, 25 points. Aaliyah Boston, 9 of 13, 69% from the field. Guys, I'm going to tell you, Sophie Cunningham, she only had 2 points. She had a very, very big steal. The Aces tried to put a little run together to start the third quarter.
Breaking through is almost impossible. Almost. Because Kelsey Mitchell didn't just break through, she absolutely tore it apart. From the jump, Mitchell made it clear she wasn't here to play it safe. Midway through the first quarter, with the Fever searching for rhythm, she drained a contested 3 from well beyond the arc like it was nothing. And that was just the beginning. There was this sequence in the second quarter where Mitchell came off a high screen, blew past her defender with a crossover so sharp it almost left the poor girl in a different zip code, and banked in a driving layup over 2 defenders. Each basket felt like a statement. It wasn't about volume scoring. It was about timely, undeniable buckets, and the stats back it up. Mitchell finished the night with 26 points on 60% shooting, far above her season average. She was efficient, deadly, and completely in control.
And Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall shut that shit down. They shut it down by hitting some big shots. She's the only one that showed up for the Aces. 29 points and a bunch of nothing from anybody else. Jackie Young, 6 points, folks. 6 points. Like I said, the referees were starting to get on the side of the Aces. They were trying to wheel the Aces back in, and Lexi stepped in and sort of killed it.
Not only did she shoot the lights out, but she also made it contagious. With the aces scrambling to contain her, opportunities started opening up across the floor. Suddenly, Aaliyah Boston had space to operate in the post, and Alyssa Smith's cuts to the basket were going completely unguarded. This wasn't just great scoring. It was game-changing leadership. But the real highlight wasn't just her numbers or even her ability to pick apart their defense. It was how Mitchell exploited the Aces' reliance on their size and shot blocking to expose something surprising. When faced with speed, shiftiness, and precision, their defensive wall crumbles. That's not something we've seen many players accomplish against this team. But Kelsey wasn't the only Fever player making waves. Let's talk about how Aaliyah Boston, the rookie, turned this game upside down. A rookie going toe-to-toe with A'ja Wilson? That's not supposed to happen. But Aaliyah Boston didn't just hold her own, she dominated. Coming into this matchup, Boston had already shown flashes of why she was the first overall pick. But facing Wilson, one of the most physical and skilled players in the league, this game felt like the ultimate test for the rookie. And she passed it in a way that no one saw coming. Let's not sugarcoat it. Players like Wilson make life miserable for opponents. She's a defensive monster, controlling the paint with sheer physicality and elite timing. It's the kind of presence that throws even seasoned players off their game. But here's the thing, Boston didn't flinch. Early on, she set the tone by snagging rebounds in traffic, boxing out with authority, and even muscling past Wilson for a clean bucket in the post. And it wasn't just brute strength. Boston used a mix of footwork and finesse to keep Wilson guessing, carving out opportunities in moments where most rookies would hesitate. By the end of the game, Boston had racked up 15 points and 11 rebounds, posting her third double-double of the season. But it's the context that makes it so impressive. A performance like that against Wilson isn't just a good night, it's a statement. Consider this. Boston's season averages already put her on the map as one of the most promising young players, but this game raised her stock. Her rebounding numbers here exceeded her usual marks despite going up against one of the league's top front courts, and her efficiency at finishing around the rim stood out, especially under Wilson's defensive pressure. This wasn't just about racking up stats. It was about giving the Fever an identity. Boston's energy wasn't just contagious, it was foundational. The Fever, often overlooked in league discussions, looked like a team capable of standing toe-to-toe with anyone. After watching Mitchell and Boston, it's clear the Fever are sending a message. But what does this mean for the league moving forward? The Fever didn't just win this game, they made a statement. Beating the Aces, a team known for dominating everyone in their path, proves the Fever are no longer just rebuilding. This squad brought energy, precision, and fearlessness, and it's clear the league can't ignore them anymore. If Kelsey Mitchell keeps leading the charge and Aaliyah Boston continues developing into a star, this team could genuinely become a nightmare matchup come playoff time. What do you think? Are we watching the rise of a new contender? Let me know in the comments. One thing's certain, the WNBA's future just got way more exciting.